Today, we will be learning fractions on a number line. It says, write the fraction represented by x. On this number line, we have 0, we have an x, and then we have 1. We need to find what fraction goes where the x is. We'll begin by finding the denominator. We will do that by finding how much distance or how many parts there are between 0 and 1. Let's begin counting. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 parts or spaces between 0 and 1. Since there are 3 parts between 0 and 1, we know the denominator will be 3 for every single tick mark on this number line, even for the 0. We begin with 0. There are no parts or 0 parts right here, so we will write 0 thirds. Now, if we go from 0 to the first tick mark, now we have 1 part, so our numerator is 1. Now, if we add another part, we're at 2, so the numerator would be 2. If we add another part, we would be at 3. The numerator would be 3. Now we can see that for this specific number line, the 0 is actually 0 thirds. The first tick mark, or x, is 1 third. The next tick mark is 2 thirds. And the last one is 1 or 3 thirds, which is the same exact thing. X equals 1 third. Let's find x for this number line. Let's find how many total parts there are between the 0 and the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we know that the denominator will be 4 for every single tick mark on this specific number line. Let's begin at the 0. Here we have 0 parts. If we go over 1, we have 1 part, so the numerator will be 1. If we travel to the next tick mark, now we will have 2 parts, so our numerator will be 2. Now if we jump to the next part, we will have 3 parts so far. And lastly, we will jump to the last tick mark, or the 4th part. We can see that for this specific number line, 0 is the same thing as 0 fourths, then we have 1 fourth, next is 2 fourths, then 3 fourths, then we get to 1 whole, or 4 fourths. Now we know that x equals 3 fourths. Let's find how many total parts between 0 and 1. Let's count the total parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's quickly make all the denominators 6 because that's the total amount of parts between 0 and 1. At the 0, we have 0 parts, or 0 sixths. If we go over 1, we have 1 part, or 1 sixth. If we go over to the next tick mark, we have 2 parts so far, or 2 sixths. If we go over 1 more part, we have 3 parts, or 3 sixths. 1 more part, we're going to be at 4 sixths. If we travel again, we will be at 5 sixths. And if we travel 1 more time, we will be at 6 sixths. We can see that for this number line, 1 is the same thing as 6 sixths, and x is going to be 5 sixths.